Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jules, and today I'm very excited to have you here because I find the topic we will be touching on is extremely important and will be extremely valuable for you. Now, what do you think separates those who break under pressure from those who rise stronger? Why do you think that some people crumble in the face of adversity while others push through, defy the odds, and come out unstoppable? The answer lies in one thing: mental resilience. Mental resilience is the ability to endure hardship, to push past self-doubt, and to keep moving forward despite any fear, despite any pain, or failure. It's not about avoiding struggle, but about mastering the mind to thrive in it. And one of the most important and powerful examples that we have today is David Goggins. David Goggins wasn't born a Navy SEAL, an ultra marathon runner, or one of the toughest men on the planet. He was born into struggle. He was abused as a child and bullied, overweight, and stuck in a dead-end job. His life seemed destined for mediocrity. But Goggins did something most people never do. He decided to take control of his mind. He rewired his thinking, embraced suffering, and built an unbreakable mentality. In the book You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, he talks about how he transformed his life through mental toughness. He lost over 100 pounds in 3 months to qualify for the Navy SEAL training. He failed Hell Week twice due to injury, but came back a third time and completed it. He pushed his body beyond its limits, running 100-mile races on broken feet and setting pull-up world records despite overwhelming pain. But the real story isn't about physical endurance. It's about mental dominance. See, Goggins' mindset turned pain into fuel and fear into motivation and obstacles into opportunities. So how can you build this kind of resilience in your own life? I want to break it down, but first I want to say that you don't have to be David Goggins. You don't have to run with broken feet or legs. You don't have to ride 100-mile marathons. But mental resilience will be a crucial part of you succeeding and obtaining the things that you want in your life. So perfect. Let's break it down. Number 1, callous your mind. Goggins speaks about callousing the mind, the same way that you develop calluses on your hands from hard work. The more that you expose yourself to discomfort, the stronger you become. Most people avoid pain. Resilience is built by leaning into that pain, leaning into that difficulty. You must willingly do the hard things. Wake up early, train when you don't feel like it, take on challenges that scare you. Every difficult moment that you push through makes you mentally tougher. James Clear in Atomic Habits supports this by emphasizing that success comes from small, consistent actions that push past resistance. If you want to develop resilience, you need to start by intentionally choosing discomfort. Challenge yourself daily. Each small victory requires your brain to handle adversity better. Number 2, master the 40% rule. Goggins believes that when you feel like quitting, you're only at 40% of your true capacity. Your mind wants to stop because it prioritizes comfort, but your potential is far beyond what you think. The key is pushing through that mental barrier. The next time that you feel exhausted, whether physically or mentally, challenge yourself to go further. Run an extra mile, work an extra hour, push just 10% more than what your mind tells you is possible. Over time, this practice trains you to override self-imposed limits. This concept aligns with the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep by Mark Manson, which emphasizes that discomfort is necessary for growth. The best things in life require struggle, and those willing to push through that pain ultimately achieve more. Okay, step number 3, or point number 3. Develop emotional control. Resilience isn't just about physical endurance. It's about mastering emotions. When things go wrong, most people panic. They complain or give up. But mentally tough people reframe adversity. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? They ask, how can I use this? Every setback is an opportunity to grow. In The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, he explores that Stoic principle that obstacles aren't roadblocks, but stepping stones. Resilient people take control of their reactions, turning hardships into lessons. If you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, you become unstoppable. Number 4, develop an alter ego. Goggins created a version of himself he called Goggins to separate his weak self from his unstoppable self. When he was in pain or exhausted or doubting himself, he stepped into this alter ego. This is a powerful psychological trick that many successful people use. Todd Herman, in The Alter Ego Effect, explains that adopting an alternate identity allows people to perform at a higher level. When fear or self-doubt creeps in, ask yourself, what would my strongest self do? And then act accordingly. If you visualize yourself as someone unstoppable, you eventually become that person. 5, keep a mental accountability mirror. Goggins kept a mirror where he wrote down his weaknesses, his failures, and goals. And every day he looked at himself and faced the truth. This brutal honesty forced him to take action. Most people avoid self-reflection because it's uncomfortable. But in The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle teaches that true growth comes from awareness. You can't change what you refuse to acknowledge. If you want to be resilient, look at your weaknesses head on and commit to improving them. Number 6, build a non-negotiable mindset. Resilient people don't give themselves the option to quit. They remove the mental loopholes that allow for excuses. Goggins races on broken bones, not because he had to, but because he refused to let his mind control him. Jocko, in Discipline Equals Freedom, emphasizes that true strength comes from discipline. If you say you'll do something, follow through. The more you train your brain to push forward, no matter what, that less likely you are to break under pressure. Number 7, use visualization to overcome pain. You know me, I'm huge on visualization. Goggins visualized himself succeeding before he even started. He mentally rehearsed finishing races, enduring pain, and pushing past limits. By doing this, he trained his brain to expect victory. And this aligns really well with The Power of Now, where Tolle explains that the mind shapes reality. If you constantly visualize success, your brain creates the neural pathways that make it real. Before any challenge, see yourself overcoming it. This mental preparation makes you stronger in the moment. Become the toughest version of yourself. Mental resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your mind. Every moment of discomfort is a test. And every time that you push past your limits, you become someone who refuses to break. David Goggins transformed himself from an overweight, insecure man into one of the toughest people alive. Again, not because he was special, but because he mastered his mind. And I know that if he can do it, so can you, so can I, so can everybody. You have two choices: give in to comfort or rise to the highest potential. Choose to be relentless. Choose to be unbreakable. Choose to take control of your mind, because once you do, nothing can stop you. Now, if this message resonated with you, if you found it valuable, please share it with those that matter the most to you. Like it, subscribe, and watch some of my other videos. My goal is ultimately to help you achieve your dreams and your goals. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day.